And the Oscar goes to Robert Downey Jr.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr. bagged an Oscar, and his close pal Johnny Depp was quick to celebrate. Depp shared a snap of them together on his Instagram story, but swiftly removed it. The surprising reason behind its deletion sparked quite a stir. Additionally, explore the deep bond between Depp and Downey, two legendary figures in Hollywood with similar paths of success and struggles. What amazing tale connects these two stars? Discover the essence of their friendship and the intrigue behind the deleted photo. Before we continue, we ask you to subscribe to the channel, as it is important to us. Robert Downey Jr. got an Oscar for being the Best Supporting Actor in a movie called Oppenheimer by Christopher Nolan. This win at the Oscars was the last piece in a series of wins for him during awards season. He also won as the Best Supporting Actor at the Golden Globes, Critics' Choice Awards, SAG Awards, and BAFTA Film Awards. At first, I want to thank my difficult childhood, and then the Academy. Downey joked as he began his speech, adding another joke. I want to thank my wife, Susan Downey, who is like a vet to me. She took care of me like she would a snarling rescue pet and brought me back to life. That's why I'm standing here today. Downey also thanked the people he worked with on Oppenheimer, like director Nolan, producer Emma Thomas, and his co-stars and fellow Oscar nominees, Cillian Murphy and Emily Blunt. Let me share a secret. I really needed this job more than it needed me. Chris understood that. Emma made sure I was surrounded by an amazing cast and crew. Emily, Cillian, and others. It was wonderful. And today I'm a better person because of it, Downey said. What we do matters, and the things we choose to create are significant. My entertainment lawyer, Tom Henson, who's been with me for 40 years, half of which he spent trying to get me insured, and bailing me out of trouble. Thanks, buddy, Downey said, concluding his time on stage. The actor also expressed gratitude to his stylist, publicist, and manager during his speech. During this awards season, Downey stole the spotlight. Acceptance speeches at the Critics' Choice Awards. He chose to read out reviews from the past that weren't so friendly towards him. I was thinking this morning. I just adore critics, Downey sarcastically remarked. They've given me such lovely feedback, so many wonderful moments, and some of it is just so poetic. I just can't resist sharing some of their thoughts.
So to the Critics' Choice Association, they've given me such beautiful feedback, really, just so many great moments, and some of it's so poetic. I just want to share some of their thoughts with you. Sloppy, messy, and lazy. The next one is more metaphoric, like Pee Wee Herman emerging from a coma. This was from a Brit, a puzzling waste of talent. And lastly, in this one lingered, amusing as a bedlocked fart.
At the BAFTA Film Awards, Downey Jr. grabbed attention by thanking Nolan for giving him a role and helping him regain some respectability after spending more than 10 years in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Iron Man Tony Stark. When I was 15, I admired Peter O'Toole. When I was 25, I worked with Richard Attenborough. When I was 35, I understood why Dickie thought Tony would be a better role model for me than Peter, Downey Jr. shared.
When I was 42, I did 2 films for Guy Ritchie and learned how to make big Hollywood movies with a civil British fare. I then played a guy named Tony in the MCU for about 12 years, and then recently, that dude, Chris Nolan, suggested I attempt an understated approach as a last-ditch effort to perhaps resurrect my dwindling credibility.
Downey delivers a fantastic performance in Oppenheimer, showcasing his nervous and charismatic energy. It revolves around a bureaucratic subplot where his character, Lewis Strauss, seeks Senate approval for his appointment as Commerce Secretary. Long after the atomic bomb's creation, Downey Jr. was nominated for the Best Supporting Actor Oscar, competing against Sterling K. Brown, American Fiction, Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon, Ryan Gosling, Barbie, and Mark Ruffalo, Poor Things. Downey Jr. had been so successful throughout the season that even Brown admitted last month that he expected to lose the Oscar to the Oppenheimer star. Now, on to the main topic. Let's check out Johnny Depp's Instagram story from yesterday, where he congratulated his friend on winning the Oscar. This story shows us that there is real friendship and love between them, but there was a mistake with this photo. Depp's haters definitely didn't miss it, so Johnny had to delete the photo. Let's take a look. As people are still talking about a photo editing problem with Kate Middleton's recent Mother's Day family picture, it seems that the Pirates of the Caribbean actor had a problem too. The 60-year-old has a strong friendship with the winner of Oppenheimer and has said before that they've known each other for a very long time. So, he left many people confused when he posted a picture on Instagram of his friend to celebrate his big moment. But then, it seemed like he realized the image wasn't genuine. In the photo that's now been deleted, he was shown posing next to the 58-year-old at a fancy Hollywood party when they were younger. However, sharp-eyed followers noticed that the picture seemed familiar, and it appeared that Johnny had been edited into an existing image of Robert and Sarah Jessica Parker. The picture in question was taken at the 1988 Young Artists Unite event in LA, when the former couple were still together. It's not really tragic, but Depp's haters once again celebrated how such a thing could happen. However, their friendship seems to be forever strong, and now I'll tell you an incredible story about them.
Downey, we've known one another for a million years, and
I like how you call Robert Downey Bob.
Yeah, we sort of came up the ranks together, in a weird way, back in the 80s and stuff, and he's someone I've always admired, and we've had a good relationship, and he came over one evening for dinner. He and his wife came for dinner, and my son was just like...
Now, what about you and Johnny Depp doing something together? Because you two have been friends for a long time, haven't you?
That is a very low-budget venture. My dry cleaning budget is most film budgets at this point.
We need to make this happen.
I think it would be fun. I think it'd be great. You got to find the right thing.
There's nobody I admire more than Mr. Depp.
Johnny Depp and Robert Downey Jr. have been buddies for a long time. Their friendship dates back many years. They both started their careers in Hollywood around the same time and were known for wild behavior as well as struggles with anger and addiction. Depp's spokesperson told the New York Post that after the verdict was announced in the defamation case, the Iron Man actor FaceTimed Depp. "John, thank God it's over," Downey Jr. said, congratulating the Pirates of the Caribbean star via video. A FaceTime, according to OK magazine. The Avengers Endgame actor has been there for Depp during his difficult times. In 2020, Downey Jr. spoke highly of Depp to the magazine, saying, "There's nobody I admire more. We've known each other for a long time. We both started out together." Okay. Also mentioned that Downey Jr. was eager to get Depp involved in the third Sherlock Holmes movie. A source told the magazine, "Bob really wants Johnny to join, no matter what." After struggling with drug addiction and serving time in prison, Downey Jr.'s career was in bad shape in the late 90s and 2000s. However, he made a huge comeback with the success of 2008's Iron Man, which catapulted him back to the A-list and made him one of Hollywood's top-paid actors. But there's another thing these two actors share. Depp and Downey Jr. both experienced a difficult and painful childhood, according to People magazine. Depp spoke about his childhood abuse. He described his mother as violent and cruel during the defamation trial. He testified the verbal abuse. The psychological abuse was almost worse than the beatings. The beatings were just physical pain. The physical pain you learn to deal with, you learn to accept it, you learn to deal with it. Thanks for your time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share your opinion in the comments. Thanks in advance.